Here's a look at the starting grid. Jason DeMario 1.1 ahead of Page, but Page didn't get a lap in qualifier 2.
Vosberg, Drain, King, and Garcia. Back to the third row, Greg. We're going to go here. Got Cody Kopp, Chase Black, Correa, Dreyer, Betancourt, and Landon Smith on row 4. You see the green flag going to the back of the grid. Sanchez, Mervis, and Fraley are going to do this. So it looks a lot like Coda so far with DeMario doing so well. Let's see if everybody can close that gap.
11 laps scheduled here at Talent Cup race number 1. And we're off and we're racing. And you can see everybody trying to get a good start. Looks like maybe it's going to be the 65 of Page who leads us in. No, up the inside, it's going to be Sam Drain. So Drain looks like he is going to take point. So Sam Drain on that Yamaha Blue Crew Estenson Racing. Kramer out ahead.
Yep, and we got DeMario in third. It looks like he's trying to go up the inside there. Page as they cram over the crest of that hill. We're going to almost run 4 wide down into Charlotte's Web the first time. DeMario having a look down the inside, but Drain, who at Coda, Greg, I thought was braking very well. It does the same thing here. DeMario's up the inside now as they go down that back straightaway. It looks like Page is going to draft both of them. We're 3 wide as we head down towards a very, very tricky and fast turn number 7.
So 65, Bodie Page on the CTR D&D cycles. Kramer, APX 350 MA is going to lead us after that mid-straightaway pass. Here comes the 27 of DeMario. Not going to be able to do it there. You can see the size difference as well, and that affects these riders in that draft.
Yeah, one of the things that was really impressive was watching Page.
Nice pass.
A really good pass there out the end of that back straightaway from DeMario. You got to remember, he's got more laps around here than probably anybody, Greg, and he's running Twins Cup as well. So when he gets on these little Kramers, they're going to feel like a toy. But the kids behind him, Drain and Page, made adjustments for that second race, and they kept him a lot more honest as we saw Page go off and win the second race at Coda. But DeMario finds himself at the front after starting third, and now it's going to be up to Page to learn as much as he can and get in behind that 27.
And Vosberg racing for Tytler Cycles Racing, of course, a dealership in Wisconsin. So when Tytler Cycles wanted to participate in this class, they looked in their home state, and they got a young ripper, the 31.
Yeah, good for him, too. And as you can see here, DeMario, Greg, just starting to get away. And you'd say, where did he do that? Well, it was the first split. 0.6 quicker in the first split. Look at Vosberg. He goes up the inside of Drain in the long, long rights here, the end of the lap here.
Ever so slightly, so a little gap between these three. Oh, off the track goes Page. Wow. A little sideways there as he gets on the asphalt and then to the concrete and to the dirt.
A lot of things happening there.
A lot of things happening on a light motorcycle like this too. There's not.
Yeah, you can see DeMario got out there a little bit, and then yeah, to your point, Greg, Bodie got out there really far. He's able to get that bike back under control though, and I think a lot of these kids, and the Australian kids, they ride a lot of dirt tracks, so that's not even going to phase him. But
so now that gap to DeMario is he's really just setting his own pace out front, pushing his own air. Jason mentioned it, doing double duty this weekend. He jumped the race start, and he gets a 5-second penalty. So basically on the road, you have Carson King and Ella Dreyer going at it. And for Correa, he's all the way back there in 8th place right now. And Ella Dreyer, no stranger to making big passes on the brakes. Oh, rider down. That's just cool. As we get to the shot. The 65 of Page crashes his way out of 2nd place. Gets it turned. Ooh, interesting spot to turn that bike around, but he's back on course.
Looks like the bike is pretty much all intact, so that's going to be a bummer for him, and you can see maybe Sam had to take a little evasive action.
All the laps done is that at least you and your team have time tonight to sit down, think about it, and make big changes. As we look at the number 22 of Dreyer up the inside, trying to get position. Once again, Julian Correa on the 40, jump start penalty. He's in the race on this track at the moment, but he's listed all the way down in 7th place because of that 5 seconds that's added to his current time.
And to your point about the time between races and going into tomorrow, I was down there before the start of this race, Greg. You know what everybody's talking about for tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
A little bit of rain coming, it looks like, possibly. So,
but one of the things that Kramer Motorcycles, who doesn't make a street bike, had in mind when they were creating this motorcycle under 12 months ago was the crashability of this motorcycle. And so for a rider like...
So now looking back a little further, we see that Bodie Page on the 65. He's up behind Nathan Betancourt now. Nate currently running 8th, but now that's going to go to Bodie. So he's got himself up into 8th spot. He's got about a 4-second gap now, Greg,
He said the most important thing is really just trusting the front tire. It's been such a challenge for him because in flat track, you never trust the front tire. He did say Charlotte's Web is a really good sector for him. He loves a good left-hand turn, as you can imagine, and if the track was reversed.
And he is making the most of this road race opportunity that he has in front of him, able to get by the 31 of Hank Vosberg. DeMario now with a 5.6 second lead. As Dreyer a little bit sideways and loses some time. You can see that little bit of a bobble from Ella Dreyer when she hit the curb is enough to lose momentum on these small displacement motorcycles, the 350cc bikes, and that cost her at least the spot on the racetrack, but not a position in the standings. She's still fifth, but she lost touch with Carson King. As we head to the white flag, the final lap of this race in the Parts Unlimited Talent Cup by Motul, and now to the 59 of Drain. This is for second and third place. Just a note to Sam Drain too, on Monday, Drain's gonna turn 15 years old, so he's trying to give himself a nice gift of more podiums here in the Parts Unlimited Talent Cup by Motul.
Yep, and these two are gonna take this down to the wire. I think for Vosberg, he's gonna have to make a move, because he's gonna have to make a move and get away a little bit, because I think that Sam's really good in the last sector, and he might be able to draft back past Vosberg before the finish line here. So he's going to have to try to make a move here, probably within the next, I don't know, Greg, probably 3 or 4 turns. So to try to beat Drain to the line.
So Vosberg in the draft, the 31, out of De Pere, Wisconsin, trying to figure out where he's going to make a move on Drain. And if Vosberg can hold on to this podium spot, whether it's second or third, he'll be our 4th podium finisher, different podium finisher in the 3 races that we have had in Parts Unlimited Talent Cup by Motul. On this final lap.
Here we go. It's going to be a big pass, Greg. It's a tough spot to do it. It's very blind as you roll up there into turn 12. So it's a very difficult place for him to do it. And you can see now he's going to try to set him up all through here. Drain was really good through this right-hander. Now, if possible,
oh, there he goes. Up the inside he goes. He's got position, but there's still a left-hand corner coming up. But the 27 with a dominant performance, cruising to the line to take the checkered flag. DeMario is second. Now the drag race to the line. The 31 thinks he's got it, but no, it's not going to hold on. It's going to be Drain over Vosberg.
You could tell Hank kind of figured that he was cooked there. And look at Ella. She did a great job to get back in front of Carson King. Last time we saw her, Greg, she had lost some momentum. Really good result. 4th place for her. And here's
coming around on this victory lap, and one of the things that we talk about, the fact that he's doing 2 different categories. So he just wrapped up with the race win here in the Talent Cup, but now he's got to get his head turned around and ready after the podium to get out onto the grid for Twins Cup.
Yeah, and it's something that he's never done before, so it's going to take a little bit of time of getting used to 2 totally different bikes. So.
And boy, we're going to have to find out in between today and tomorrow what Ella Dreyer was able to do on that lap. Let's get down to Hannah with second place Drain.